Can we bring the music down really right away, because it's just a very somber occasion. Of course, the tragic, sudden, unforeseen death of Joan Rivers this afternoon. So young, so many years left. And when these things happen so unexpectedly, the nation needs a chance to mourn in very low voices on the news. Hey, don't worry. This isn't a replay of a previous episode of the Anthony Cumia show. Had this up about a week ago or so. Whoops. And I swear it was an error. I figured when you're 81 and you stop breathing and your heart stops, you're pretty much dead. I guess it's true. How immediately you're dead, I guess, is directly proportional to how much money you have. Probably, I would gather. I'm not being cold and uncaring. Okay, I'm being cold and uncaring. I don't really have an opinion on this. Not an opinion, like a feeling. I don't know. I've had close family members die, and I'm like, meh. So beat. 81 years old. Joan Rivers dead. Apparently, she's been on life support since she was in for some throat surgery last week. And it was an outpatient dealie that she was doing, throat surgery. I assume it was to get rid of the voice like this. I want my voice to be all young and pretty. And ouch, whoops, she stopped breathing. And then if you stop breathing long enough, your heart stops. And that heart stop, well, I don't have to go through the neck bones connected to the backbone thing, do I? With all that technical medical jargon? I don't think so. But what's an 81-year-old woman doing at an outpatient facility, getting anesthesia and having some type of surgery done? Like, at that age, I think you got to go to the hospital to have your fucking toenails clipped, just to be on the safe side, you know? Get a little frail at that age. Some vital organs don't want to keep moving. They're not lubed up very much. Every vital organ in your body at 81 has the same consistency as Doritos, I'm pretty sure. So, you don't take any chances. You know what I mean? Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So, if you turn on the news at any point from now until whenever...
Excuse me, Anthony?
Yes, Keith. People are very angry, though, that there's no camera on you.
I'm sorry, but
figure it out.
We have somebody very close to the scene on line 7. Can you please pick that up?
Oh, yes, please, of course. Oh, hello?
Hey, it's Jenny Hutt. Hello, Aunt.
Jenny Hutt is on the phone. She is kind of our correspondent on this whole Joan Rivers dying thing. I saw your tweet about how you had interviewed Joan.
I did.
And you discussed death, which is a little creepy.
It was very brief. The death conversation was brief. It was just she was choking on a little water, and I said, "Don't let anything happen." And she said, "If I die, it'll be the greatest thing for your career."
Oh, dying on your show, and you probably thought, "Wow, she's right."
I know.
Great for me.
I was very uncomfortable at that moment, but she was incredible. I mean, it's just sad. It sucks.
Well, she's what they call a groundbreaking comedian. She was very unapologetic, with which I appreciate about anybody, especially in this day and age. I think she got away with a lot because she was of advanced years and had such a long career. So I think she got the benefit of the doubt, like Don Rickles does. And
in a way, she earned it, right?
Yes, she did earn the ability and respect to just be able to say what she wants. And the media was getting on her her a little bit a couple of weeks ago about some of the jokes she had made, and now, they're all piling on. Oh, Joan was amazing and beloved, and
Well, actually, I thought of you because if you listen to, and by the way, you're doing such a good job on this show, and the quality of your broadcast is truly, it's incredible.
Isn't it amazing?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I really enjoy doing this now. It's not just like going into a job every day, commuting very far, having management up my ass all the time. But it's a new thing. It's fun, exciting, scary. I enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, so anyway, she says she starts talking in the interview that I just posted, saying something about how she doesn't believe she should have to pay the people who work for her, and she just mentions ethnicities, and it was just, and I thought of you because I was like, well, she was clearly joking,
Right.
and I don't remember any brouhaha from this interview I did with her. So it's just a whole other sort of thing. Maybe it's in the delivery, or maybe, I don't know. But
Right. Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
yeah, right?
I hear you.
So-
Were you inspired by Joan at all going into the business that we call show?
I have to say yes. First of all, I think that today, as I re-listen back, because do you cringe when you listen to yourself on the radio?
No, I say, my God, that man's a genius and hilarious, and I wish I could watch and listen to him as a regular person, and not
That
the
is why
amazing person I am.
and that's why you're successful, Anthony, with legions of fans, and everybody loves you or hates you.
Thank
but
you.
but you are notorious and important and whatever in groundbreaking radio, and that's why I am who I am and not much. So because I had to listen before I posted it, and I cringed the whole time because I'm so apologetic if I say anything bad about anybody,
Yeah.
even if somebody's been unkind or something. And
I hear you.
I think Joan has always been so forthright, and that I've admired, and that is something I strive to be, but it's hard.
Open and honest. She's
Right.
always been honest, never stabbing anyone in the back behind the scenes or anything like that, making some people look, if she made somebody look stupid, she'd do it right to their face,
Right.
and not, behind their back or,
Right.
where they couldn't see it or anything. I understand that. And when you had this interview, how long ago was that?
It was in 2012.
2012, and I noticed you really quickly got that tweet up there to kind of inject a little bit of yourself in the situation.
Well, first of all, I when she went into the hospital, I went looking for a picture that I had, because then I realized I was lucky that I'd gotten to meet her in the first place.
Right.
And I found the interview and I edited it. Sure.
Edited it down. You had a picture with her too.
That picture's from 2012. Sure, it was from that day.
From 2012, it's Jenny
Yeah.
Hutt and the great Joan Rivers right there, of course.
Yeah, I think everybody's going to be talking about her now, and I feel like people. Listen, I tweeted, I talk too much. I do way too much. People only want to hear her, but I feel like people will want to hear it, and I was a little uncomfortable as I putting up because I do say like some obnoxious things about Kathy Griffin, and then so listening back, I feel a little bit bad. But
is that redhead rivalry that you two got going on?
we have no rivalry.
Is she a true redhead like you?
I don't know. I don't know if she is. I am, but I don't know if she is.
But you ruined the whole thing by lasering off your pubic
Oh, here we go right to the fire bush thing, to the fire crotch.
Jenny, you don't understand how infatuated I am with the red pussy.
It's hilarious. There were people who made fun of me in law school because of it. I know.
I would love it. And then you went and got all of yours lasered
Yeah,
off.
there's just a little bit left. I know.
Like a little left that looks cool, or a little like a mangy dog?
No, I'm not a mangy dog. I would never be a mangy dog.
It's
Can't
not like
be.
patches of it left with
No, what are you, crazy?
You have a little red landing strip.
It's all perfectly manicured.
It is, right?
Yes.
What did it look like beforehand? Like you had Carrot Top and a leg lock? What did it look like?
I don't recall. It wasn't as well manicured. Actually, in my 20s it was.
Oh.
But like at 22, I think, was when I learned that I was supposed to do some sort of maintenance.
Well, you know what? I say poo-poo to all that stuff and that
Can you
maintenance.
put up a better picture of me, please?
What?
That's like cruel.
What?
I mean, honestly, that was so mean on your green screen of sorts. I just got a tweet. Oh Oh, God, you took like the worst, most pathetic, awful picture of me ever.
Isn't that you?
Yes.
Is that you, Jenny?
It was in 2010. Yes, or 2008. That's 2008. 2010, I wasn't fat.
Was that also, that happened to be your weight back then, right?
Yes, it was. And let's go right back to when I was big and fat.
Jenny, you know I find you crazy attractive for an old broad.
Thank you. I appreciate that as an old broad.
Yeah, you're sexy. I think you're cute. You're
you.
spunky.
Thanks.
And I like that. I like that little picture of you on Twitter where your legs are crossed and you got those big sneakers on.
Yeah.
I can almost see where just behind those pants where that fiery red bush resided.
You're hilarious.
Oh, like fucking Moses was inadvertently talking to your pussy because he thought it was God.
How's the compound, Anthony?
To him.
How's the compound?
Lonely as hell. Lonely.
Did you notice that nearby a new Dunkin' Donuts opened up so you can get coffee?
I saw that right by where the Gulf Station. Maybe we could hook up there someday.
Definitely.
I'll eat a cherry jelly donut in front of you and show you what it would have been like.
You really have problems.
Jenny, very good. You want to plug anything before we let you go?
Oh, so my Twitter is at Jenny Hutt, and the picture that Anthony has up of me is really just so gorgeous. I've never looked better.
I like the idea of grabbing a plump Jenny Hutt and just fucking, I think it'd be fun.
Oh, and
Come on
I have
over
to come to the compound. Invite me one day to be on the show, and I'll show up.
All right, I'll invite you, but you can't bring that fucking gorgeous male model husband of yours.
Okay.
Man, did you fucking get
he's
out
good.
of your league?
I like him. He's good.
Especially as a fatty. You got him when you were fat, right?
Yeah, not as fat as I was in that picture, though.
Well, thank God for that.
Yeah, well,
I would have thought your husband had like some kind of a chubby chaser.
No, he stood by me. He's good.
He's very in shape. How did he hook up with a girl that was so flat?
I wasn't that big when I met him. I was probably 30 pounds thinner than that picture.
Than that picture?
Yeah.
Another fucking 80 and you would have been presentable.
Thank you.
Oh, Jenny, you know I kid. I love it. You fucking red raven. Oh, love it. All right. Thank you so much for calling in and giving us a little insight on Joan Rivers.
Of course, and say hi to
Very
Beavis.
little. I will, little Beav.
Stop it. Goodbye.
You know, okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
She, there she goes. She loves my Beav, and I love hers. I wish I get to see it, though. That big red fucking bush. Just fucking great.